A top Iranian commander says the country has test-fired a long-range ballistic missile weeks after a similar test. Deputy Chief of Staff of the Iranian Armed Forces, Brigadier General Ali Abdollahi, said that the test was conducted 2 weeks ago. The missile has a range of 2,000 kilometers with a margin of error of only 8 meters. Iran successfully test-fired 2 ballistic missiles in March, Qadr-H, with a range of 1,700 kilometers, and Qadr-F, capable of destroying targets 2,000 kilometers away. Iran's missile tests have drawn angry reactions from the West. However, Iranian officials have given assurances that the missiles will not be used other than in self-defense. Tehran says the projectiles aren't designed to carry nuclear warheads, and therefore the launches do not breach international law. Writer and radio host Stephen Lenman joins us now from Chicago. Mr. Lenman, welcome to the program. First of all, give us your perspective on this recent missile test carried out by Iran.
I've written several times on Iran's missile program, ballistic and other missiles. Most countries have missile programs. When they do, they need to conduct tests to assure the missiles work accurately. The West does this all the time. Never is any criticism raised of the tests that are conducted. And the major difference between what Iran is doing and what the West has done is Iran plans no aggressive actions with its missiles or other weapons, but the West, led by America, tests them for aggressive use in the wars that it's waging. And in the criticism raised against Iran, unjustifiably, it's never mentioned that Iran has never attacked another country aggressively, but the West, led by America, does it all the time.
Mr. Lenman, why does the West, with the United States at its helm, scrutinize Iran for carrying out these missile tests and the military drills based on the defensive capabilities that Iran carries out?
Well, Iran certainly has a right to its self-defense, and that's written in international law. America knows that. Other Western countries know it. I mean, the countries need to protect themselves, especially in a dangerous world where America is waging one war after another, and Iran is on America's target list. It has been for 36 years. So Iran would be very foolhardy not to prepare a defense just in case America gets belligerent. The government would be irresponsible for not doing this. The threat in the world is led by America and its Western and rogue regional allies led by Israel, and countries like Iran and Syria and other sovereign independent states need to protect themselves against this threat.
Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, that's teaching the truth and sincerity, the hopeful elect. I want to do a commentary on this video that we just watched, basically going into Iran and them testing out their ballistic missiles, which all goes back to biblical prophecy, which is already written throughout the scriptures, showing you that World War III, we're in the early stages, the beginning stages of World War III, because the nations are gathering themselves together for this up-and-coming Third World War. They're testing out their artillery, they're testing out their missiles, their new guns, their jets, their tanks, alright? Because war is in the air. It's the season of war, okay? Like it says in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, there's a time and a season for everything under the heaven, okay? And we're in a time of war, alright? So, let's get the first scripture. This is Joel chapter 3 verse 1. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. That's talking to the heathen nations. It says, prepare war. Because we're in the time of war. Alright? The world's economy, everyone is tired of America's bullshit. Everybody's tired. All the nations is getting mad or angry at this at the great whore known as America, the daughter of Babylon. They're tired of America's philosophies. They're tired of America being a dictator to the world and telling the nations what to do. They're not minding their own business. They're in the affairs of all the other nations. So the nations are preparing for war. All right. It says, "Wake up the mighty men," meaning their armies. "Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up." All right. "Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears." So instead of investing into their agriculture and into their economy and into building up their society and building up their building up their societies, they're going to take all their funds and put it into their arsenals and their military might. Okay. They're not going to invest into building up their schools, their hospitals, and things of that nature. They're going to build up their military power, because World War III is about to happen. All right. It says, "Let the weak say, I am strong," because the weaker nations that don't have the ballistic missiles and the military might, they're being supported by the nations that have ballistic missiles and have the military might, such as Russia, such as China. The weaker nations like Iran, okay, Syria, Pakistan, Afghanistan, North Korea, those smaller nations are being supported by the mightier nations. So it said, "Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord." All right, because World War III is happening. That's why there's so much tension going on in the Middle East. All right, there's so much tension going on with Iran, Israel, Syria, all right, Afghanistan, Pakistan, all those nations. It's a lot of contention going on because we are in the beginning stages of World War III. All right, it says, "Let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat." When you look up this word Jehoshaphat, it goes back to the Hebrew word Yahweh Shaphat, which means the Most High's judgment, because the Most High is going to judge the whole world up in the Middle East. Okay, because all the nations, America, Iran, Russia, China, Japan, all the nations are going to be going to war in the Middle East. All right, that's where the Most High is going to judge the nations at. So it says, "For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about." It says, "Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for the wickedness is great." Okay, so the nuclear missiles are going to be shot, and it's going to hit America, it's going to hit Israel, it's going to hit all the empires of Esau. Okay, and the Most High is going to send his son Yahushua with the chariots, which are so-called UFOs, but they're identifiable according to the scriptures as the chariots of Israel, the chariots of the Most High. Okay, so while the missiles are destroying the nations, the Most High through his son and the angels are going to be shooting laser beams, which is going to destroy the nations as well. All right, it says, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 51 verse 11. "Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes." All right, so it says, make bright the arrows. The arrows are the ICBM, the intercontinental ballistic missiles. Okay, gather the shields, which are the defenses, the military might. The Lord have raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes. Now, when you look up the Medes, all right, That goes back to the ancient Persians, but according to this scripture, this is talking about the Russians. This is really talking about the Russians, because the Russians are the ones that have the military might and that supplying Iran with the nuclear missiles, okay, for his devices against Babylon. And Babylon is talking about America, to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon, make the watch strong, set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes. For the Lord hath both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon, and which that goes into the nuclear missiles. So Iran is testing their missiles, Korea are testing their missiles, because this is the end of America. This is the end of an empire, which is the so-called white man's empire, which the so-called white man, you're truly the Edomites, according to the Bible. All right, you are the biblical Edomites, and this is your end. All right. So with that, hope you brothers is edified. Until next time, I say shalom.